Hello dear my students, let's start our online computer class. So now open your computer book Cyber Hub Standard 5 page number 10. Name of the language and features. Machine language. It is the only language that can be understood by the computer. It is completely machine dependent. Binary codes are required for depicting operators and data. Binary codes means 0 and 1. Assembly language. Symbolic operators are used instead of binary codes. Symbolic operators like English alphabet letter. It is also machine dependent. Translator programs called assemblers are required for converting it into the machine language because computer can understand only machine language. So the assemblers, it is translator program, it translate or converting the assembly language to machine language. High level language, it is not machine dependent. Machine language and assembly language, both languages are machine dependent, but high level language is not machine dependent. Interpreter and compiler programs are required to convert it into machine language. English words and mathematical operators are used. Next, what is software? You know that the computer is an electronic machine. It does not have any intelligence of its own. A computer that is not given any instruction is like a classroom without a teacher. It needs to be given instruction by a user to perform its tasks. So a collection of programs that remain stored and are run on computer hardware is called software. So what is software? Software is a collection of programs. Software is a collection of programs that remain stored and are run on computer hardware. It helps, means software helps the user to work on the computer. So software is that part of a computer which can neither be touched nor seen, but we can see, we can touch or we can feel the computer hardware, but software is the part of a computer which can neither be touched or nor seen. Let's learn more about computer software. Software are of two types, system software and application software. Here you see software is divided into two types, system software, application software. System software again divided into three types, operating system, language processor, utility software. Application software is divided into two types, general purpose application software, specific purpose application software. So today we will read about system software. System software can be defined as a collection of programs that is used to control the overall functions and internal working of a computer system. So system software is a collection of programs. It is used to control the overall functions and internal working of a computer system. It accepts data from input. You know what are inputs? Keyboard, mouse, speaker that are input. So it accepts data from input devices and sends the processed information to output devices. So system software are of three types: operating system, language processor, utility software. Operating system. Operating system is required by a computer to operate. An operating system controls the overall activities of the computer. So this operating system controls the overall activities or overall functions of the computer. It functions as a coordinator between the user and the hardware. The most widely used operating system is MS-DOS. It is the short form of Microsoft Disk Operating System. So the full form of MS-DOS is Microsoft Disk Operating System. Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Unix, Linux, Mac OS and Android are some example of operating systems. So these are some example of operating system. Okay. So dear my students, today your homework is you read computer language, means machine language, assembly language, high level language, and what is software. Software is a collection of programs that remain stored and are run on computer hardware. Then why it is used, and software is divided into how many types. Okay, you read up to operating system. Okay, thank you my dear students.